everybody, my name is Rachel Erickson. I'm making this video to kind of raise awareness about the whole disorder that myself and my son have. It's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. We have type 3, which is called hypermobility. Basically it means every joint does this, which is hyperextending. Your fingers go backwards, you can cross all your fingers on top of one of them, you can do all kinds of weird things like that. Everybody seems to like this one the most, but personally I think this would actually help stretch my shoulders so it doesn't actually hurt as much. And it's fun to be able to wash your own back in the shower for once, you never know. It's kind of debilitating and it causes fatigue, and eventually most of your joints that you overuse and abuse in the hypermobility issue eventually become arthritic or tendonitis or chronically sprained is what I was officially diagnosed with on my wrists when I was about 11. Wrist braces, ibuprofen, certain anti-inflammatory meds help. Pain level for a lot of us is anywhere between 5 to 10 on most days. I thought I was normal for a good 15 years. I was very recently diagnosed. I thought everybody lived pain at a level 7, and I thought everybody just had that as their normal life, and they complained less than I did. And it's not like I was actively complaining, but I was actively aware of how much pain I was in and how annoying certain joints and everyday activities was. So I'm basically raising awareness for what's going on with this, and the biggest problem I had was when I was a kid, I did a lot of very high contact sports. I did gymnastics, soccer, anything but swimming is kind of bad, but later on in life I did kickboxing, which was probably the stupidest thing I ever could have done for myself, and I'll be honest, some days there is not a lot of happiness in certain aspects, and you want to just go kickbox and beat the crap out of yourself and make everything better, but it doesn't help because then you live in pain for about 2 to 3 weeks after. Like, I'll exert myself to move to a house or a new apartment, and I will literally be out of commission for about 2 to 3 days afterwards because I've done so much manual labor and I've put my body through so much. You just run out of energy and you're chronically tired. It comes with migraines, IBS, which is not fun. A lot of us have super stretchy skin. I don't have the super stretchy, but I do have the crossover issue where stitches do not hold in my skin. I've had several wounds over the years that they tried to put stitches in and it just ripped because your skin is so fragile. You see a lot of veins that aren't supposed to be there. It's not like they ever really go away. You can tan until they disappear, but as soon as you go back down a shade, they pop right back. It's kind of annoying, especially when you wear blue, because it kind of brings them out. It's not something that's fatal for a lot of people. There are fatal versions, but it's something a lot of people need to be made aware of simply because it's extremely dangerous to push yourself and not know what your limitations are. Over the years before my diagnosis, I knew that I wasn't supposed to do certain things like work out heavily or kickbox, and it's become quite painful. When my son was born, about 1.5 years ago, it became very apparent that he had my hypermobility issues too. He likes to sleep in one-piece sleepers with a snap-on, and he'll actually dislocate his own shoulders and snake his way out to the whole thing is literally hanging by his feet while he's still asleep. I first dislocated out of my socket my shoulder when I was 3. It's happened multiple times since then, but I mean, most of us have figured out how to just pop it back in and move on with life, and they have slings and whatnot on hand just from previous injuries that they throw in their linen closet and grab when they need it. It's become kind of a pain in the butt along the way because most doctors have no idea what it is. It literally took me 15 years to find a doctor who had any knowledge about it, and I had to do a 2-hour drive to go meet with her. And she was great enough to have me bring my son as well, just so she could document that for any injuries he may sustain. At least his doctors will be aware of the issue as well. But if you exhibit any of these symptoms or whatnot and you have chronic pain in your joints and inflammation on a daily basis, insomnia from being able to, or not being able to go to sleep because you're in so much pain is a huge part of it. Just please talk to your doctor. Please do some research. There's several different types of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's spelled EHLERS-DANLOS syndrome, the normal way. And just see if anything sounds right, because over the years I've had so many different hypothetical diagnoses. They even thought I had lupus for a while. And every single one of them, only 50% of the symptoms match. When I finally found information on Ehlers-Danlos syndrome from a friend, I immediately was just like, I literally have everything that's on here. So everything I'd ever been diagnosed with was answered with one simple sentence, and it was a huge relief. And if I can raise awareness and help you understand what I go through and what I'm hoping to prevent my son from going through by keeping him active but not in harm's way, at least I did something right in my life. So thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and you have a great day, and thank you for being there.